how to travel around the world. Traveling around the world at once is often a cheaper option than breaking it down into segments. The secret is to plan carefully and purchase the ticket well in advance. The cost is more than made up for by the amazing experience of seeing many places in a short period of time and the memories you'll have for a lifetime. Here are some tips for how to travel around the world. 1. Hack into travel. 1. Price your trip as an around-the-world ticket. This will be much cheaper than booking a dozen one-way flights. The two largest airline alliances are Star Alliance and Oneworld. The Star Alliance is the bigger alliance. 2. Get into the frequent flyer mile credit card deal. If you have good credit, aren't afraid to use credit cards and have some savings, you can score thousands and thousands of miles to pay for your airfare. 3. Consider alternative methods of travel. For most of us, frequent flyer miles just aren't an option. It requires a lot of forethought and money. Luckily, there are plenty of cheap options, and they're often more interesting, leading to more memorable experiences. 4. Know if you need a visa. The last thing you want to do is to get stuck in Saigon getting yelled at by a man who tells you that you have to go back to Hong Kong. In certain countries, you might have to pay an exorbitant fee to get a visa immediately, but it's hands down best to know what paperwork you have to have. 2. Find accommodation. 1. Look into hotels and hostels. Of course, if you have family and friends in the area, stay with them. But if they're all back home, hotels and hostels are the standard option. Some hostels are slightly fishy, so do your research beforehand. 2. Consider couch surfing or woofing. Though it may seem too good to be true, couch surfing has a huge following and is a completely legit form of travel. Couch surfing can set you up with people just like you all over the world. 3. Get into house sitting. Even better than couch surfing, house sitting has entire networks now that let you stay in a place for free just to feed the cat. On many house sitting sites, for an initial fee, you can put up your listing, and don't forget to sell yourself, and meet people looking to leave their home in trustworthy hands. 3. Preparing for your trip. 1. Pack lightly. Unless you have your own personal assistant laying down rose petals 4 paces ahead of you that can carry your 12-piece luggage set, you'll want to pack as lightly as possible. There will be a time, or 2 or 3 or 4, when you have to carry it all around. It could be between checkout and check-in times for a few hours, or it could end up being all day when your hotel reservation gets lost or your flight gets delayed. 2. Set a budget. Based on where you are going, how long you will be there and whether the country is first, second or third world, you'll need a matching budget. There will always be unexpected expenses, so add a solid for emergency category. 3. Think safely. Going around the world can be as dangerous as you let it be. Take the appropriate precautions to avoid being taken advantage of. 4. Live cheaply and easily. 1. Buy your own groceries. Making your own meals will dramatically cut costs, as opposed to eating out every meal. Europe doesn't have to be as expensive as they say it is. 2. Do your research. If you're on a shoestring budget, don't fret. You can still find things to do that are either very cheap or free. Most bigger cities have an arts or theater scene that is so lively you'll have more options than you can manage. 3. Stay in touch. For safety purposes, every few days find an internet cafe and email your parents or friends, so they know where you are in case of an emergency. 4. Make the most of it. You're about to embark upon a journey that will be life-changing. Let it. Meet new people, do things you didn't see yourself doing, and learn from it. This may be your one opportunity.